Namaskar, good morning, Suprabhat, and welcome back to DD Sports. Remember, the little boy from Rosario went on to conquer the world, and as he's about to set off into a golden sunset in professional football, it's time now for Lionel Messi to make another visit to India. Yes, that's the housing question, and that's exactly what we are going to talk about over the next 30 minutes as the Argentine legend has stepped foot on Indian soil. This is part of the G.O.A.T India Tour 2025. Lionel Messi. I'm your host and host and a fellow football fanatic, Sanjeev Mukherjee. And of course, joining me in the studio, looking very bright, dapper and sharp as ever, Anurag Jacob, a football writer and expert. Anurag, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show. What a day it's to be inside a football studio when we have Lionel Messi in town.
Yes, it is. Whatever he might be at, whatever stage he's at in his career, it is a landmark visit for Indian football because I think our football scene does need a fillip. We've had a lot of depressing news around our football scene. So I think it is high time we had something positive happening, even though it is through Mr. Lionel Messi coming for an exhibition tour.
Absolutely, and the fact is that this is not the first time Messi has come. We remember he had come here into 2011. He played a match with the Argentine team, but this time around is a little different because the entire India wants to have a piece of him, and he's on a 4-stop tour here over the next 3 days. I wonder how much time he will actually get for breathing space. But the fact is Messi is here, and Messi mania has already started, where it is called the Mecca of Indian football. That's Kolkata. Anurag.
True. I mean, from what I understand, originally he was supposed to play a full match in Kerala, but that kind of got scrapped. But yes, we love our icons. In fact, sports thrives on global icons. So he is going to get all the attention that he wants or doesn't even want. I mean, he is, from what I understand, quite a private person, but he's going to get adoration wherever he goes. And it will be a rare sight. You will have full stadiums for a football match in India, which hasn't happened in the last decade or so.
Right, and anybody from Argentina who's watching these are live visuals coming to you straight from the heart of Kolkata. This is the iconic Yuba Bharati Krirangan, better known as the Salt Lake Stadium. And of course, the Salt Lake Stadium, bright and early in the morning, anybody from Argentina would be wondering, where have all these Argentines descended on Kolkata? Well, fear not. They are all Messi fans. That's the Messi mania which has taken over the city of joy. And what a day it's to be witnessing this. The reason being that it's not just Messi. Whenever we've had the best footballers in a generation, we've always seen Kolkata being the first to perhaps receive those footballers. Way back in the late 70s, we saw the one and only Edson Arantes de Nascimento, or Pele, who had descended in Kolkata and played for New York Cosmos versus Mohun Bagan. This time, though, it is Lionel Messi, and of course, Messi is not alone, Anurag. He's got one of our other favorites, Luis Suarez in tow.
Well, it's Luis Suarez. There is Dani Alves, who's a former Brazilian footballer, and another Argentine teammate of his who also plays for Inter Miami, Rodrigo de Paul. So we have 3 World Cup winners, and then we have Luis Suarez, who's been both known for his notoriety, but also he is a goal-making machine. So we have 4 footballing greats in India at the same time, which I think is a significant event.
Absolutely, and the fact that they have all descended here, and even the sight of Messi will actually get the crowd to go ballistic. You just watched the visuals, the live visuals from Kolkata, and Messi is on a 4-city tour here in India as part of the G.O.A.T India Tour 2025. Kolkata's already woken up really early, and I believe most of these guys who were there in the stadium never even went to sleep last night, knowing they'll have to be there for their favorite superstar, Lionel Messi. We'll talk more about Messi and the tour and the impact it will have on the fans and, of course, Indian football. But Anurag, if you look at, this also gives us an opportunity to go back where he started and where he's managed to take himself to. Born in 1987 in Rosario, Lionel Messi moving away from home, from the country of his birth, to Barcelona, to the La Masia Academy at such a young age. And after that, what a fabulous story it has been so far.
Yes, also at the end of the day, the thing that works in sport is money, and in a way it was money that forced Messi to move at an age of 13, to move away from his hometown, because he was diminutive in stature. He needed growth hormone therapy, and Newell's Old Boy, which was his boyhood club, the club he grew up idolizing, was not able to pay for his therapy. And he had relatives in Barcelona who got him like an audition with Barcelona, who first decided to pay for his growth hormone therapy, so that now we have the player that we've all grown to love and admire. So it is a classic rags to riches story, and this gentleman has delivered on every platform in every league. Even though PSG was a little underwhelming, he still won 2 league titles there.
Absolutely, and the numbers don't stop. I mean, look at the titles: 10 leagues, 7 Copa del Reys, 8 Spanish Super Cups, 4 European Cups, numerous titles, 3 World Club Cup Championships, 2 Catalan Super Cups, and don't forget, add to that, of course, the billions of hearts Lionel Messi is one, and of course the fitting finale which proved in the 2022 World Cup, which Messi won, and that was that could have been possibly, he couldn't have even asked for even more dramatic and fitting finale, where he was pitted against what many say is the next big thing and the next biggest thing, and he's been there for a really long time. Kylian Mbappe scoring a hat-trick in a World Cup final, and doesn't happen too often that you score a World Cup hat-trick in a final and then you go on to lose the game because Lionel Messi beats you. Anurag.
True, and I think that was one cog of the wheel that was missing in Messi's life story, and it was fitting that in 2022 he kind of he completed his collection of all different kind of international titles, club titles, and it was a memorable match. It is, as you said, it's not very often that World Cup is a high scoring game. The final is a high scoring game, and they both gave us a display, and we got a glimpse of what the future holds and what the past that we have been brought up in, especially you and I. We've grown up with people like Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo creating waves, breaking all records, and inspiring millions and millions of people to take up football.
Absolutely, and you said it very aptly that we've grown up with these superstars. It has always been a case of whether it's Messi or Ronaldo, and it's the world of football, not just us, has always been divided. Like if you look in Kolkata, there are pockets which love Brazil, and the identity Brazilian football is given to the sport. The other half loves Argentina. From first it was Maradona, and now from Maradona it has been to Messi. But what a story! And Messi, what Anurag said is a very, very important point. That sometimes we know there are lessons which we need to inculcate from sport into life. And Messi teaches us a very important thing, which you said that at his age, at his stature, many believed, even quite a few told him, you're not good enough, you're never going to play football. And look at where he is. I mean, that's the madness which we are seeing, a variety of T-shirts being displayed by our fans there at the Salt Lake Stadium. But it's a testament that a young boy from Rosario who refused to give up, refused to believe that what was the right fit for football, that the short-statured boy turned out to be the biggest and possibly the greatest of all time, Anurag.
Hey, it's not easy to be 1.7 meters and to play in the toughest leagues in the world and to score again and again. I was just reading, there's an amazing stat. In his 22-year career, he has gone 1 year without a trophy, which is actually quite amazing. The other thing I want to say is that for Messi, football has always been number one. When his time for PSG was coming to an end, the Saudi League had offered him $1.5 billion, 88 million euros a year. But he chose to go to Inter Miami, where he thought he would be playing more meaningful football, and he has improved that team as well. And that is, I think, what makes people like Messi great. Every time he comes to a team, he makes it better. And it is always about football. For him, it wasn't about money. Obviously, he's still being very well paid. But if you prioritize the game, at a stage where money should not matter to you, it is what makes you even greater than where you started off from.
Absolutely. What a dream start it was for Messi when he started off at the La Masia Academy. Very, very young, under the tutelage of specialized coaches and a new coaching style of football. But very slowly and very swiftly, rather not slowly, very swiftly, he went on to ascend the ranks. And what a story it has been for Leo Messi. We are seeing the early pictures, the early days and the early years of Lionel Messi. At that point of time, when we used to see him at Barcelona with Xavi, Iniesta, Thierry Henry, we knew, who would have thought that this is the guy who will outshine all of them and go on to become the single biggest name in football, Lionel Messi?
Absolutely, and one should also not forget that Messi was playing at his peak in Spain when it was the era of the Galacticos at Real Madrid. Real Madrid had undergone down this path where they were creating a team which was called the Galacticos with the best names, the best footballers from the world who were put together into a team, and yet Messi, with a Barcelona team that had a lot of homegrown players, not only competed with the Galacticos, actually kept beating them and made Real Madrid also change their philosophy, which was not a very small feat to imagine. Can you imagine Real having to change the way they were approaching the game because of one diminutive Argentinian who kept beating them season after season?
Absolutely, and very well said. I mean, look at the Galacticos, the team they had at that point of time, and of course they had Jose Mourinho there for a fair bit of time. But on the other hand, you look at Xavi, Iniesta, Guardiola had just started coming on the bench, and then there was Lionel Messi. And Messi versus Zidane, at that point of time, one point of time, it was doubted to be the biggest professional rivalry in professional club football. Once upon a time, Anurag, I've not been able to see because we were all too young, but we've heard and read about the rivalry which happened between Maradona and Michel Platini when both of them played for Napoli and Juventus respectively. But this was far, far bigger. Messi, and the fact that Messi could take on anyone and beat him, be it a Zidane or even a Ronaldo, that sort of brought even more people through the turnstiles, that it is not just a magician, he is not Maradona's successor, he is simply as good as anybody else.
And a few people would argue he's better than the rest as well. And another, I think, very crucial aspect of his game has been his disciplinary record. He's not known for yellow cards, he has always been respectful to teammates, opponents, referees. So in many ways, he has been the real poster boy of international football, who has won accolades, has still stayed humble and in many ways true to his roots. So he is truly a magnificent ambassador for football, given his achievements on the field, off the field, and also maintaining what should be a proper role model behavior for younger footballers to aspire to.
Absolutely. You know, look at Messi. Sometimes, you know, you're reminded about Sachin Tendulkar, about the thousands of runs and the hundreds of centuries he's scored. Similarly, with Lionel Messi, if you look at the record, what separates him from the rest? We'll take a look at the numbers. The numbers are perhaps just a tool to maybe understand or get a sense of his craft and the fact that he is way, way ahead of the rest. He's played more than 1,000 matches, 800 plus goals, close to 360 plus assists. International goals, 106. 6 times he's been the Golden Boot winner, 43 major trophies won. Now when you look at, I'm not comparing, but still, this is a comparative, numerically at least. You look at a Ronaldo, you look at a Neymar, and look at Mbappe. The three who came closest. Mbappe not really in the same league because he has to play much, much more and much, much longer till he will get to be anywhere close to those numbers. But simply, Messi has always been the best as far as numbers are concerned even.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he scored 672 goals for Barcelona. A number that is often ignored is that he had 270 assists. So for the matches that he played for Barcelona, you're talking about 900 goal involvements over his career, which is a phenomenal statistic. He also holds the record for having the highest number of seasons where he scored and assisted goals in one match per season. So it shows you consistency. He was the star of his team, and yet he was also an unselfish player who kept creating opportunities for his fellow teammates when it mattered. To him, winning mattered more than scoring goals.
Absolutely, and as if on cue, that's a terrific assist which Anurag has managed to get for himself. The moment he mentioned, our producer has immediately been on cue and put out this fantastic stat for Lionel Messi. 672 goals for Barcelona. They're the most goals for a single individual club. Most goals in La Liga history, 474. Most assists in football history, more than 400 plus. Most hat-tricks, 36 hat-tricks in La Liga. Maximum goals in a calendar year, 91. He made it in 2012. He's also the first player to score in every round of a World Cup. Group stage, round of 16, quarter-final, semi-final, final 2022. Although the scoring goals in the knockout stages, that is something he was falling short. He managed to do that only in the last World Cup 2022. But it's not just the talent, it's the numbers, the talent, the sheer fanaticism. You wonder where it comes from. You can see it on the screens yourself. You've seen this man mesmerizing, his magic and the numbers providing a solid backbone and perhaps a statistical indication of how we might actually even try to understand his craft and how his craft, Lionel Messi's craft, Anurag, is far, far superior than anybody who's played the same game along with him or opposite him.
Yes, it's his technicality. You see, I was reading up on him because he was coming to India. I read that when he was still playing for what was called Juvenile 1 and 2, which are the youth teams of Barcelona, he was asked by Frank Rijkaard to come and train with the first team. And he was already putting the fear of God in the defenders' hearts, especially the first team seniors. So even at the age of 15, 16, he was made to train with his seniors and he was running circles around him at that age. So technicality, and it's also one thing to be in the youth team and to terrorize senior first team regulars means that he not only had the technique, he also had the self-belief, because it is very easy to get overwhelmed in front of your bigger stars. But like Sachin, when he was 16 and he started playing, he believed in his own ability. He worked very, very hard to get where he was, and that combination of self-belief, talent and perseverance has made him literally the GOAT that he is today.
Absolutely, and you know, we've a very pertinent point which Anurag makes here, that so many players we've seen across sport, not just football, be it football, cricket, hockey, basketball, anything. We've seen doing really, really well at the junior groups, junior stage, in the age groups. But when it comes to making the transition to the senior stage, we have seen many of them have not been able to make their mark as well or as soon enough. But Lionel Messi, forever, as you rightly mentioned, he has been terrorizing defenses, be it seniors, be it star players, legends, Galacticos, everybody, Messi has taken it down. And we also remember, I'm sure you would, the first sighting of Messi in a World Cup and the first time he scored. We're going to take you through those visuals. But what a time it was to be watching football. The reason, Anurag, Diego Armando Maradona, being the coach, was on the sidelines with all the gimmicks which Maradona was doing and he's capable of. And here was that young star from Rosario who was promising the world that my time has come, or at least it is coming. We remember those initial images of Messi playing and scoring this World Cup. I'm sure it's really fresh in your mind too.
Oh, I remember, and I think like all people who were interested in football, every time he got onto a field, I used to feel scared for Messi given his stature, but he has taken the kicks, he's taken the rough tackles, and he has overcome all of it. And it was never in doubt that he was going to be a great player, but the consistency that comes over a 22, 23-year-old career, the perseverance and the ability to ride injuries out, because someone like Marco van Basten was kicked out of the game. But Messi has proved resilient and he has overcome all obstacles and is still top of the game.
Absolutely, and what a start Lionel Messi had when we saw him start his journey in the World Cup. Of course, it was a different Argentine team. It was different days. Of course, Argentina were nowhere close to being favourites there. Maradona, just the presence of Maradona there on the sidelines, that coach maybe gave a lot of heart to Messi. But the fact is that when he actually made his move, he started his World Cup journey, he started scoring those magical goals. I'm sure a lot of people will cross their hearts and say today that they thought they were seeing a very special sighting of Lionel Messi. No comparison to Maradona. That's a different era, different age. But the fact that there was somebody who...
And I was very glad for him when he won the World Cup, because that was one thing that was missing from his portfolio.
Absolutely. And poor Cristiano Ronaldo, wherever he is, if he's listening into this discussion, I hope not, he will be wondering, ki mera number kab aayega, when will be my time? But that's exactly what happens if you are the biggest, the best, the greatest player in your generation. The crowning has to be the FIFA World Cup. And that is something which Messi pulled out, no stops. And of course, he was ably assisted by the likes of Rodrigo de Paul, by the likes of Angel Di Maria and the others as he finally achieved a dream at what many thought at that point in time would be perhaps the cornerstone of his career, perhaps the last significant win. But even as we take a look at those storied numbers of his career, we'll give you a look at his career summary. Anurag, I'm sure you would be able to say that he still looks good enough, and a World Cup is coming up in another 6-7 months from now. He will surely be one of the biggest names there.
I'm sure he will be, because he's playing regularly for Inter Miami. He's scoring goals. He's pulled that franchise up by the bootstraps and made them title contenders. Inter had not won anything till Messi joined them, and he's been MVP 2 years in a row. MLS is getting more competitive, and he is the best player in that league, and he has his former Barcelona teammates like Luis Suarez who are playing with him. And Suarez hasn't been able to keep up with Messi at Inter. But that is it. It's consistency, it's persistence, and I can see him playing a starring role in the World Cup in Mexico, Canada, and the USA.
Right, and the 6 times he's won the Golden Boot Award. That itself tells you. I mean, he had a Ronaldo, he had a Suarez, briefly Zidane and the others to contend with him. But Messi really broke free and he steered away. You look at the last number, 6 times he's won the Golden Boot Award. I'm sure that's not going to change, because that's going to remain. He's playing in the MLS. But Anurag, total career goals 800 plus. Once upon a time, there was an unofficial record that Pele had scored 1,358 goals. There was a lot of discussion and debate about it. Cristiano Ronaldo now says he scored more than 1,000. But let's not go there. 800 plus goals, and he's still showing no signs of stopping. Be it from going from La Liga to, of course, the French League, Ligue 1, and then now to MLS, Messi continues to score.
Of course, and it's also very easy to forget that he's actually not the centre forward. He plays a number 10. Very often for Barcelona, he played on the wing as well. So he is ostensibly a playmaker. It is the job of the number 9 to score the majority of goals. So for someone who's not an out-and-out striker, to have those kind of statistics is quite amazing.
39 major club trophies, 4 major international trophies, 8 times a Ballon d'Or winner, and a 6-time Golden Boot winner with 800 plus goals, nearly 400 plus career assists, over 1,000 football matches. That's not just a lifetime. I think that's a fairy tale.
Oh, of course. And I'll get back to one more point. No controversies, no scandals. He's always been a team player, and even when he left Barcelona, he was ready to take a pay cut if it helped Barcelona's financial woes. So he's that way a complete sporting icon and a role model, because he delivers on the field and he stays out of the limelight of the field. He's supposed to be a dedicated family man. One of the reasons he moved to Miami was because there is a strong Latin culture in Miami, and he wanted his children and wife to also be in a country where they would be comfortable. So all in all, he is the perfect football sporting icon that young people can look up to and aspire to be like if they want to play football.
And of course, one final time on the show, we're going to take another look at those amazing numbers for Lionel Messi. The reason we are showing those numbers is not just the stats, but the numbers give you a sense of where football icons play against the gods. You look at the ones who finished number 2 to Messi. If you just look at the European Golden Shoe, the Golden Boot Awards, 29-10, he scored 34 in 35 goals, he beating Di Natale Drogba. Twice he went past Cristiano Ronaldo with 50 and 46 goals. Bas Dost. And then the most recent names, Mo Salah was pipped easily, 2017-18. Of course, and Kylian Mbappe, 2018-19, 36 goals. And a goal percentage of 106%. That's like literally scoring
more
possibly
than
a century every match. We will never stop talking We're completely out of time, but Anurag, it's been a joy, such a joy to have you here. But your final words, your closing thoughts on Messi and what you personally also look forward to from this visit.
See, it's, I think, going to be great fun watching our true great come and play in India. But for me, I think what would really make it more meaningful is that somehow Indian football gets a fillip. For the federation needs sponsors, it needs crowd support. We have a massive talent pool, and I can't imagine why a country like ours is 190th ranked in the world. Hopefully, it will give our football a fillip, and we can start taking our place on the world stage, being inspired by people like Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez coming to India.
Absolutely, and the irony of the entire thing is that David Beckham wanted so much that he wanted Messi to play for Real Madrid when he was there as part of the Galacticos. It never happened. He wanted him to play with himself. Never happened. Finally, he's managed to get him to MLS. But bigger than that, we have Messi now here in India. And the action starts in just a few seconds now in Kolkata at the iconic Yuba Bharati Krirangan, the Salt Lake Stadium, where Lionel Messi is set to take center stage along with a host of dignitaries. And what follows will be something which will be a delight for every football fan. On that note, Anurag, thank you very much for joining us and sharing with us your special insights and perspectives on the man, I would say, still called the golden boy. For a lot of us who have grown up watching Lionel Messi, right from the time he was a youngster to where he is today, possibly the greatest player of this generation, it has always been a dream. So, welcome to India, golden boy Lionel Messi, and let the football mania take over. I leave on that note, and as we head, of course, off to a break and then straight to the Salt Lake Stadium to see the maestro in action. Take it away.
हम तैयार हैं अभी टीडी स्पोर्ट्स में सभी को स्वागत है और हम ओटीटी में भी लाइव जा रहे हैं और ये लवली शॉट है ये ड्रोन कैमरे से सॉल्ट लेक रीजन और सभी तैयार हैं क्योंकि मैजिशियन पहुंच चुके हैं कोलकाता में
Kolkata! Are we ready to greet the greatest of all time? Kolkata, can we make some noise? Well, let me tell you that Kolkata right now is ready to greet the greatest of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a landmark moment in India's sporting history. A moment we have dreamed of, celebrated from afar, and now finally we witness in person. Today under these roaring stands and on this iconic turf, we gather for one extraordinary reason: to celebrate the arrival of the greatest of all time. The Messi G.O.A.T India Tour 2025, a Shotatu Dotto initiative, brings to our nation not just a football legend, but a global symbol of excellence, passion, humility, and magic for millions across the world. He's an emotion. For India, he is here to inspire a new generation of dreamers. So as we stand on the threshold of this unforgettable experience, let us open our hearts, raise our voices, and welcome the man whose artistry has redefined the beautiful game. Come on, Kolkata! Well, obviously we have to thank our sponsors. Without them, today wouldn't have been possible. Our Super Diamond sponsors are JSW, Adani, HSBC. Diamond sponsors are Dalmia Cement, Larsen & Toubro, Book AI, and RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. Our Super Platinum sponsors are Pillai University, Golubai Badilia Diamond, Hiranandani Communities, and Bharati Vidyapeeth. Platinum sponsors are Bazaar Kolkata, Senko Gold and Diamonds, Sanak, Prabhu Food and Ace. Our goodwill partner, our Mitra, Progressive Maharashtra, ticketing partner, District by Zomato, experience partner, Fanatic. Our courtesy by Wow Momo, radio partner, Mirchi, and official streaming partner, Sony Live. Now, Kolkata, the countdown to the moment begins. But let's make the atmosphere a little more suitable for the man who has shaken hands with paradise. And to make the wait more palpable, we do have a few special performances. Our first performer today has won the hearts of millions of music lovers across the globe. He burst onto the singing reality show spectrum of Bengal and subsequently the entire nation. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the super talented Onik Bhar.
Yesterday night, the world's greatest footballer of all time, Lionel Messi, arrived in Kolkata.
Hello, check. Hello, check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a landmark moment in India's sporting history. A moment we have dreamed of, celebrated from afar. And now we finally witness in person at Kolkata. Today, under these roaring stands and on this iconic turf, we gather for an extraordinary reason to celebrate the arrival of the greatest of all time.
Come on, Kolkata! Let's make some noise for Messi! Can you repeat after me? Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi,
Messi, Messi, Messi!
Now, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi! The Messi Golden Record of 2025! A shot of love tradition brings to our nation not just a football legend, but a global symbol of excellence, passion, humility, and magic. For millions across the world, he set emotion. And from India, he is here to inspire a new generation of dreamers.
Absolutely. So as we stand on the threshold of this unforgettable experience, let us open our hearts, raise our voices, and welcome the man whose artistry has redefined the beautiful game.
Well, obviously, we have to thank our sponsors because without them, today wouldn't have been possible.
Absolutely.
Our diamond sponsors are JSW, Adani, HSBC. Diamond sponsors are Dalmia Cement, Larsen & Toubro, Puch AI, and RP Sanjeev Goenka Group.
Our super platinum sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, are Birla University, Golden Badalia Diamond. Please put your hands together for all the sponsors. Krirangan Communities and Bharati Vivekananda. Our platinum sponsors are Prasar Kolkata, Silver Gold and Diamonds, Sanaka, Prabhuji Pure Food and Ace.
Progressive Maharashtra, Tigri Parama, District Vice Manager, Experienced Partner, Fanatic.
Courtesy by Walmart. Radio partner, Mirchi. Official streaming partner, Sony Live.
And now, ladies and gents, boys and girls, can we make some more noise? Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi!
Messi,
Come on,
Messi,
join
Messi,
us
Messi!
here. Let's welcome the greatest of all time. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi.
It's not loud enough. It's not sounding like Kolkata. Come on, Kolkata, you can be louder. Just make it loud for Messi to hear it. Loud, louder, loudest. Messi!
And now the countdown to the moment begins. But let's make the atmosphere a little more suitable for the man who has shaken hands with paradise. And to make the way more palpable, we do have a few special performances.
Absolutely, the day is so special, so it's packed with performances, and our first performer today has won the hearts of millions of music lovers across the globe. He burst onto the singing reality show Spectrum of Bengal, and subsequently the entire nation loves him. Ladies and gentlemen, we present our very own, super talented Anik Dhar.
Can we please put our hands together for Anik Dhar? Come on, Kolkata. We are supposed to be the soul of the nation. Can we make some noise? Fill the chilly December morning with your loud cheers.
It doesn't seem like we are excited enough. Is something wrong? It cannot be. It's Messi Day. It is the G.O.A.T India Tour 2025, a Satadru Dotto initiative. So ladies and gentlemen, our first performer, our very own favorite, Anik hard.
Hello, check, 1, 2. Hello, Kolkata, good morning. Can we get some noise, Kolkata? Come on. What are we here for? When I say Leo, you say Messi. Come on. Leo. Leo. Leo. That's it, Kolkata. So I'm here to open this act, to open this wonderful day. And we are holding on to our nerves to welcome the GOAT, the legend, Lionel Messi in Kolkata. And here I go with some beautiful songs just for you and you. You have always given so much of love and support to all of us. And it's a wonderful opportunity to be here at the iconic Salt Lake Stadium in front of this lovely crowd. Can we hear it out for this wonderful audience here? Come on, one more time.
तेरे पास ही मैं आ रहा हूँ, अपनी बाहें खोल दे, जोर से मुझको गले लगा ले, मुझको फिर वो प्यार दे, तू ही जिंदा करम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम.
My next track goes out to the legend Leo Messi. When I say Leo, you say Leo! Leo! Leo! Let's go for it!
Leo! Leo! Leo!
Shabay Milay!
His name is Messi, don't take him easy. He is the GOAT, Kolkata assault. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Free dribble, skipping, juggle, मार किया तो होगा trouble. Ball मिला तो करके shovel मारते सभी को. Flower नहीं fire है रे, India बुलाया है रे. Crowd सभी shout करे out of control. His name is Messi, don't take him easy. He is the GOAT, Kolkata assault. Rosario से वो आए, बारसा से दुनिया पे छाए. Paris हो या Miami, Leo on his road. White and blue, क्या जादू. सारी दुनिया को जिसने अपने पैरों पे नचाया रे. आया रे, आया देखो, आया Messi, आया रे. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. आया रे, आया देखो, आया Messi, आया रे. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. सारी दुनिया पे सिर्फ उसका जादू छाया रे. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. आया रे, आया देखो, आया Messi, आया रे.
Encara Messi, encara Messi, encara Messi, encara Messi, encara Messi, encara Messi.
Step on the full whole stadium going freeze. Messi moving smoothly, dancing on the breeze. सारी दुनिया पे सिर्फ उसका जादू छाया रे. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. आया रे, आया देखो, आया Messi, आया रे.
Encara Messi, encara Messi, encara Messi, encara Messi, encara Messi, encara Messi.
Step on the full whole stadium going freeze. Messi moving smoothly, dancing on the breeze. Coming Leo's mighty shot, तू नहीं वो सब तबाह. आठ वाले दियो जेब में पड़े, साथ में है वर्ल्ड कप. लापुल का है जिसका नाम, हर बाजी जितना जिसका काम. फुटबॉल का वो बादशाह, देखो वो आ गया. आया रे, आया देखो, आया Messi, आया रे. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. आया रे, आया देखो, आया Messi, आया रे. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. सारी दुनिया पे सिर्फ उसका जादू छाया रे. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. आया रे, आया देखो, आया Messi, आया रे. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi.
Thank you guys, thank you very much. Just wait for some more time and you get to meet your legend, the GOAT, Lionel Messi in the house. A big round, Kolkata, thank you, much love.
Can we make some noise? Can we make some noise for Oni?
Kolkata, can we play some games? Can we actually make our voices reach the little man himself? Be as loud as any great footballing stadium in the world. Let the Anfields, the Old Traffords, the Santiago Bernabéus, the Nou Camps remember that we are Kolkata! Come on, guys!
I think we should just do an energy check before we move on. On Indo, I think it's very important to do an energy check before we actually have Messi on the ground.
Absolutely. Let us remind you that we are finally on that particular day that we get to see the greatest of all time. The only living professional footballer to have won a treble, not only at the club level, but also at the international level. He has won the Condom Ball, the Copa America, and... Can we be louder? And...
That's a bit better, I must say, after 14 years. We are witnessing, we are just going to have all the goosebumps. সারা জীবনের জন্য আজকের এই দিনটা মনের খাতায় লিখে রাখবো। Is it yes or no? How many of you say yes? Can we do one round of Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi?
Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Edita, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi.
Let's move on to the next block. Can we have Messi, Messi, Messi?
কলকাতা শীতকালে সকালবেলা ছাতুকে এসে এত কম এনার্জি আমাদের। লুচি, আলুর দম সমস্ত কিছু ত্যাগ করে সকাল থেকে এখানে দাঁড়িয়ে রয়েছি। সবাই একটু বোঝাই আমরা গ্রেটেস্ট অফ অল টাইমকে যে আমাদের সর্বকালের সবচেয়ে প্রিয় ফুটবলার লিওনেল মেসি। 1 নম্বরে লিওনেল মেসি, 2 নম্বরে মেসি, 3 নম্বরে, 4 নম্বরে 1 থেকে 10।
Absolutely, the winter is just going to get better, and a huge round of applause to each and all of you, our dear audience, for your enthusiasm. আপনাদের জন্য একটা জোরে হাততালি হয়ে যাক। And without the sponsors, nothing would have been possible. We would like to extend our sincere gratitude to our Super Diamond sponsors, JSW, Adani, and HSBC.
Our diamond sponsors, Dalmia Cement, Larsen & Toubro, Uch AI, RB Sandeep Goenka Group.
Super Platinum sponsors, Birla University, Golubhai Badalia Diamond, Hiradannani Communities, and Bharati Vidyapeeth.
Towards Messi! Barcelona's golden man has scored a golden goal. Brilliant! The most talented footballer of his generation. In the jackpot. Lionel Messi! Oh my goodness! Lionel Messi does it again! He's superhuman! ¡Vamos game.
Now this cauldron is vibrant, it's colorful. It is the Vivekananda Yuba Bharati Krirangan Salt Lake in Kolkata for this G.O.A.T India 2 2025. And I'm Pallab Basmalik, joined alongside Rohit Ganguly and Liam Payne for this wonderful event. And again, is it magic? Yes. Enigma? Of course. The left-footed genius? Certainly. Good? Why not? And when he creates all those moments, at times it gives a surreal feeling.
Goes without saying, absolutely. As they say that Yuba Bharati Krirangan has been the epicenter of footballing madness. We call it the altar, and a lot of worship has come in. And why not? We talk about gods, we talk about magicians, and we see quite a few of them on the screen. The main talisman is yet to come.
और ये है जो आज के एग्जीबिशन मैच होने वाला है. Vivekananda Messi ऑल टाइम 11 और उनके विपरीत में जो खेलेंगे वो डायमंड हार्बर मेसी ऑल टाइम ग्रेट 11.
Absolutely, what an occasion today at the Salt Lake Stadium. Light blue and white all around, and what a fantastic atmosphere since around 6-7 in the morning actually, and it all is because the GOAT is in town. But of course he is not alone today. He's got a couple of friends with him as well. Luis Suarez, the Uruguayan, and Rodrigo de Paul, fellow World Cup winner, along with Leo Messi, also joins him today.
और आप सबको याद होगा कि 14 साल पहले 2 सितंबर 2011 मेसी पहली बार अर्जेंटाइन कैप्टन बने थे, और कप्तान बनने के बाद में वो आके यहाँ वेनेजुएला से फीफा फ्रेंडली खेले थे, और उन्हीं के असिस्ट से जो कॉर्नर हुआ था एक ग्राउंड की नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न साइड से, उसमें निकोलस ओटमेंडी का 70th मिनट हेड था और 1-0 अर्जेंटीना जीता था. लेकिन इस बार जो आए हैं वो एक विश्व कप लेके आए हैं, तैयारी है 2026 की.
Absolutely, and I think now he comes not just as a dream. We call him the dream fulfiller, but he himself is a dream. He is beyond everything. He's transcended football to a level where I'm pretty sure the gods would come down and shake hands with him and say, hey, guess what? We are just warming up. Your road is still miles to go. And that's exactly what Messi has done in recent times. Make no mistake, the MLS Cup has come to them and he said, this is what we dreamt of. And no wonder, the MLS Cup trio, the trio of terror now, Rodrigo de Paul, Luis Suarez and Leo Messi, they are going to adorn the city of joy today.
उनकी सबसे जो बड़ी चैलेंजर है वही काफी जाने माने हैं क्रिस्टियानो रोनाल्डो. उससे वर्ल्ड बेस्ट प्लेयर क्या नहीं किया है, सारे चीज सारे एक्कोलेट्स जो है उनको मिल चुका है.
Or I think, a lot of people, they call this a rivalry, but I would rather say we are lucky. We are very lucky that we are getting to sing songs about them, make no mistake. But the fact that we get to witness it live and...
Incredible. One touch just chested it down and with the right foot. But again, the people here, the crowd here, they're all waiting for it. We are live on the Doordarshan Sports and also streaming live on the OTT platform. And this is not the first time that the great players have come. Some
It has something more potent than magic itself. Courage. The kind that Kolkata knows too well. where world is his playground. Distance is mere geography, and dreams don't need passports. He broke the glass ceiling, made the blue sky his very own. But he didn't rise overnight. He rose goal by goal, match by match, just like Kolkata, where every street has a story and a striker.
বড় আশা বড় আশা বড় আশা বড় আশা বড় আশা করে এসেছি গো কাছে ডেকেলাম ফিরায়ও না জননী বড় আশা করে এসেছি গো কাছে ডেকেলাম দিনহীনে কেহ চাহে না তুমি তারে রাখিবে জানি গো আর আমি যে কিছু চাহিনে চরণ তলে বসে থাকিব আর আমি যে কিছু চাহিনে জননী বলে শুধু ডাকিব তুমি না রাখিলে গৃহ আর পাইব কোথা কেঁদে কেঁদে কোথা বেড়াবো বড় আশা বড় আশা বড় আশা বড় আশা
আর এই আশাকে আঁকড়ে ধরেই তার মাঠে আসা। He didn't just play football. He painted history with his feet. In his ground, they stood and watched. In Kolkata, they cheered like he was their own. Some players play for a team. He played for every believer. In Argentina and right here in Kolkata. When he lifted that trophy, the world saw victory, but Kolkata saw poetry. The streets came alive with celebration, but beneath the surface was a deeper resonance, a connection to the soul of the city, its emotion. This was not just a win, it was a moment that transcended boundaries, echoing the lyrical verses of Tagore.
মুখে নাহি নিঃস্বরে ভাস
The legend is here, Kolkata. He inspired the world, and now he returns to inspire the city of football. Kolkata, are you ready for the greatest of all times, Lionel
যেখানে পথ নাই নাই রে, চেনা সোনার কোন বাইরে, যেখানে পথ নাই নাই রে, সেখানে অকারণে যায় ছুটে পাগলা হাওয়ার বাদল দিন, পাগল আমার মন জেগে ওঠে। পাগলা হাওয়ার বাদল দিনে, পাগল আমার মন জেগে ওঠে।
Can we have a generous round of applause for the wonderful performers from Mumbai and Kolkata? Come on, we can be better. আরেকটু এত ট্যাঙ্গো শিখলাম আমরা, can't we be a little better? Can we have a generous round of applause and a জোরে হাততালি? Come on, you can do it. Thank you. We are extremely delighted that we have with us eminent dignitaries and stars from the industry of Bengal. The film industry we are so proud of. Tahole Anindo, we have with us somebody we really look up to.
We have with us right now the superstar of Bengali cinema, Shubhashree Ganguly.
Absolutely.
Can we give it up for Shubhashree Kolkata?
Messi being a GOAT or God, you can say. So yes, we are hosting him or them. So I'm feeling really proud.
Shubhashree, I have a question for you because I had asked the entire audience over here, which is your favorite Messi moment ever? Is it the World Cup?
The last World
World
Cup,
Cup final?
it was like a movie.
Absolutely.
So for me, movie scripts are very important. So it was like written by God. So it was amazing to watch.
But did you really actually hope and believe that Argentina is going to win the World Cup this time around?
I hope for that, definitely. So yes, all my best wishes.
Thank you so much, Shubhashree. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please grace your seat. And obviously,
thank
we are
you.
going to absolutely watch Messi along with you. Thank you. Give it up for
Best
Shubhashree Ganguly.
wishes.
Salt Lake Stadium.
Shubhashree Ganguly জন্য হয়ে যাক হাততালি।
Okay, and Messi কাছাকাছি।
মেসি ভীষণ কাছাকাছি।
মেসি আসিছে, হাসিতে আসিছে।
We are actually right now almost in the countdown mode. We hear his footsteps approaching. Can you hear it too? শুনতে পাচ্ছ? শুনতে পাচ্ছেন কি?
Alright, also, যেহেতু আমরা সকলে co-host করছি, we are co-hosting Messi, obviously, in our city. We've also prepared an anthem for the G.O.A.T Tour 2025. And I have my colleague Shoikot at the sound console. We are going to play the anthem once before he comes, so that we are ready for it. So we'll listen to just the 20 seconds of the anthem so that we can hum along.
Di Maria with the shot.
14 minutes to arrive. And, well, he's just telling everybody how he did it.
Well, this is just amazing stuff.
What is so special about this particular man is Leo Messi. He's got unparalleled combination of genius dribbling, playmaking vision, prolific goal scoring and record-breaking achievements. And people here wait. The entire city has turned albiceleste because it's blue and white. And they love it. And there's always a vertical split. Whenever you talk about football, it's Milan with Inter. There's always East Bengal with Mondragon. And there's always Real Madrid with Barcelona. It's always Messi with Cristiano Ronaldo. And here, everybody is just waiting with bated breath to get the glimpse of this hype across the production sports network. OTT coverage as well is being streamed live.
Absolutely, I think it is a massive, massive step. The fact that it is being televised in 4K, I think kudos to Doordarshan. And also the OTT, the Waves OTT, they are doing waves. You can just check a size. I think the size of the camera itself will tell you how much Doordarshan is invested in bringing sports to you at its pinnacle.
Absolutely, 13, 14 top-level cameras, the buggies, the drone shots, and it's been wonderful.
Crystal clear images. There you look. There you go. The buggy lighting up the track here at the Salt Lake Stadium, getting us all the premier shots, and of course, we'll be tracking the movements of the great man when he comes to the Salt Lake Stadium. And as you said, blue and white everywhere. We've seen it around the city in the last few days. And of course, the hype is real. And once he walks into the stadium, it's going to erupt for sure.
I'll tell you what, Liam, I think when the sports revolution in India started, Doordarshan was at the heart of it. And now they are bringing in a revolution of their own, a broadcasting revolution. And we are seeing the peak of it right here in the City of Joy.
Sorry, अहम जो कैमरा पर्सन है, जो टेक्निकल क्रू है, ये एक सारी टीम वर्क है दूरदर्शन की। एंड दूरदर्शन स्पोर्ट वो सारे इवेंट्स को आपके पास आपके ड्राइंग रूम में ला रहे हैं। लेकिन यहाँ पे अब सभी वही पल की, वही क्षण की अपेक्षा में है, कब पहुंचेंगे अपने सपनों के साथ। आगे क्या बोले, मैजिशियन, जादूगर।
ये एक अनोखा नजारा होने वाला है कोलकाता के लिए, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली मेसी जब आते हैं तो जहां भी जाते हैं, चाहे आप कहीं से भी आप उसको देख रहे हो, when he was back in Barcelona, PSG, then he went on to be a part of Inter Miami. The fact is, उसका जो उसके लिए जो वो पागलपन है ना, वो पागलपन कभी कम नहीं होता है. That never dwindles. It's like he carries that wave. It's more like a tidal wave that's consuming its fans. And I think more than the fandom, Messi is more like a believer. He makes, see, this is where you see, every time I break down, I know you fought. And that's exactly what Messi does to fans.
Absolutely, in every nook and corner of the world, you will see an old man wearing the number 10 on his shirt. You will see an absolute youngster wearing the number 10 on his shirt. And he is an absolute inspiration for billions across the globe.
You go to the mountain, you reach the desert. It's Leo Messi, the GOAT, they call him. The most decorated player in the history of the world football. And this was the perfect blend. The West mingling with the East, the tradition, the classical the dance styles of India with the Spanish tango. And of course, we had the award-winning singer, Anik Dhar, as well. And talking about Messi, 48 major trophies till date. He just won the MLS and has been the most valuable player as well.
Oh, most definitely. Just a few days ago, bringing glory to Inter Miami, where he set upon a new journey. Most recently, got the title there, and of course was helped by his teammates and friends who are joining him today as well, Luis Suarez and Rodrigo de Paul. And you've seen quite a few of those pink Inter Miami shirts as well throughout the stadium. Shades of the Barcelona shirts too. Any that have caught your eye, Rohit?
I think I can see a couple of t-shirts which adorns the Kolkata Giants, Mohun Bagan East Bengal, a couple of India jerseys as well. But then all of it, it's got a favor, it's got an undercurrent of Messi. I'll tell you what, I feel like Messi is more like the Perseus. Every time he walks into an ocean or a sea, it's like every single wave kisses his feet, telling him that, boss, you are the glory guy. This is yours. And just as you see, no matter which team you support, at the end of the day, the love for Messi is unparalleled, unbridled, and unreserved.
Now again, the best of coaches, the best of football tacticians have tried to break down his style, the pattern of play. But what makes him great is, again, let me tell you, his low center of gravity. He's just 5 feet 7 inches, and his mentor, the other more famed maybe, Diego Armando Maradona, was 5 feet 5 inches and could have a very small turning radius. That was something brilliant. Messi is quick feet, and he's off the ball speed, and with the ball speed is something brilliant, and it's what a God-gifted sport. We all love it.
Is that true?
Most definitely. I think you summed it up perfectly there. And also his change in pace. He can slow down and then quickly pace it up, as lots of fans have flocked to the Salt Lake Stadium in enjoyment. I spotted a Real Madrid jersey there. So even the Real Madrid fans are enjoying themselves today. And this is what it's all about. You spoke about the fusion between India and Argentina. See the flags everywhere throughout the stadium as well.
Absolutely, I think Messi transcends all rivalry. Real Madrid, Barcelona. I mean, even if you are an Ajax fan as well, Luis Suarez was a part of it, and he's going to be a part of this trio as well.
This journey is from Rosario to Barcelona to Kolkata, and for the second time after 40 years. और ये जो टूर अब हो रहे हैं यहाँ पे, the G.O.A.T India Tour 2025. आज यहाँ ही शाम को वो जा रहे हैं तेलंगाना. यहाँ पे वो एक हमारे चीफ मिनिस्टर ममता बनर्जी से मिलेंगे. तेलंगाना में वो मैच खेलेंगे चीफ मिनिस्टर रेवंत रेड्डी से. कल मुंबई सफर है, जहां महाराष्ट्र के माननीय चीफ मिनिस्टर वो भी रहेंगे, देवेंद्र फडणवीस. और अंत में वो मिलेंगे हमारे देश के माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी से, और कुछ घोषणा, कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स वो भी आने का है.
And as the word in the street goes, the projects that you just talked about, they are not just going to be ripples, they are going to be waves. Waves which will bring the country to the forefront of a revolution for the future. And guess what? We talked about Messi, the fact that he's going to culminate this meeting by meeting the Honorable Prime Minister of India. It goes beyond every single thing.
Anticipation builds here at the Salt Lake Stadium. Blue and white all round, and the fans can't wait any longer. We can't wait any longer here in the commentary box as well.
This was a lovely dance performance here. They had some beautiful shows as well.
A bit of fancy footwork, just like Leo Messi. The Argentines know how to move, the Spanish as well. This is the tango. Fantastic performance.
More like a prelude to the crescendo that's to come. It's a matter of moments before the GO.A.T, the greatest of all time, descends in Yuba Bharati Krirangan.
क्यों नहीं? क्योंकि एक कैलेंडर ईयर में उनकी सबसे ज्यादा गोल है 91, याद करिए, और एक सिंगल क्लब को होकर वर्ल्ड फुटबॉल की हिस्ट्री में वो जितने गोल किए हैं 672 फॉर फुटबॉल क्लब बार्सिलोना। ये पहुंचना, ये छूना शायद नामुमकिन है।
Absolutely, stats that can go on and on and on. And that is the legacy that Lionel Messi has built for us for a number of years, not only for his clubs but for his country as well. And now the fact that not once but twice he graces the city of joy, it just is absolutely unbelievable, and you can feel the excitement palpable this morning and throughout the last few weeks as well.
Absolutely, I think, you talked about stats. लेकिन stats से भी ज़्यादा मेसी का बहुत सारे कहानियां हैं. Right from the very word when he started, there were so many obstacles, so many impediments which were right in front of him. And one of the major challenges was his physical condition and the ailment that he was battling. And as they say, that for greatness, no obstacle can be big enough. You are a colossus, you carve your own path, and Messi did it as if he was born for it.
Talking about the endless accolades in his life, in his footballing career. The La Liga, 474 goals, the most. And again, in the international football, most assists in the majors, 61. And most goal contributions in the FIFA World Cup, 21. And most goals in the Copa America as well. He scored the goal contributions 32. But याद करिए, 3 बार लगातार जो हार चुके थे कोपा, उसके बाद में वो फुटबॉल छोड़ने की उनकी प्लानिंग थी, लेकिन 2 महीने के बाद उन्होंने उनके अपने जो प्लान है वो बदल दिए और came back and he won the World Cup. He won the Copa as well, back to back.
Most definitely, that's what you said, Rohit. In adversity, he stands through, he comes through, and especially at the national stage, of course, at club he did it all, but there was a time that heartbreak ensued in 2014 when he lost that final versus Germany, and many of us thought that he might not reach the promised land, but eventually all the stars aligned in 2022 back in Qatar.
Just let me remind you that I felt I was commentating the final, and he walked past the trophy. He got the golden ball though, but I felt that was a tragic moment that brought tears to the hardcore professionals as well.
Kim and Pallabda, you talked about the heartbreaks, and he still managed to win. Just to give you all a quick heads up, SRK will be in the city as well. He's already arrived, and that very famous quote of his, "Haar ke jeetne wale ko bazigar kehte hain." He is the bazigar. He is the one who redefined everything. And believe me, you win at the first go, you will not know what it takes to go through the pain, the pangs of despair. And yet when you kiss the pinnacle after going through it all, that feeling is like Charles Bukowski put, shaking hands with God.
इसके ऊपर हम बहस कर सकते हैं, बाजीगर या जादूगर. हम एक झलक देखे हैं हमारी राज्य की जो स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर है अरूप बिस्वास, वो भी आ रहे हैं. And just tell you some little unknown facts about Leo Messi. Now, his major influence has been his grandmother, Celia, because she was the one who took him to the club, the Grandoli. And even today, after scoring a goal, he points towards the sky and pays tribute to his grandmother.
Yes, and we saw the scenes after they won the World Cup. They all went towards his grandmother's house and celebrated. And here are a few of the other legends who are coming out of Indian football as the match will be taking place between the Diamond Harbour Messi All-Stars and the Mohun Bagan Messi All-Stars. A few familiar faces from times gone by who have graced the Salt Lake Stadium and scored many a goal. But now it's all about a bit of footballing action.
Halcyon days of the past, they say, but we will say halcyon days of the present. And there you go, Mohun Messi All-Stars versus Diamond Harbour Messi All-Stars. This will be coming to you live from the Vivekananda Yuba Bharati Krirangan, and of course on the screens of DD Sports and their OTT waves.
And make no mistake, these are the great players, the Indian players, the national players. You can see Mehtab Hussain, Mohammad Rafiq, and each one wearing that jersey number 10. This is a great tribute to one of the world's greatest footballer of all time. Vivekananda is being introduced, and the customary handshake.
That is nice to see Vivekananda there as well. Majorly associated with both the clubs on display today, and how wonderful it is to see so many of the legends who are no longer playing professionally, but you see them around here and there. They're always so passionate about the sport that we love, and of course they'll be locking horns in a few moments time. A few friendly tackles already before we kick off.
Who doesn't love a banter or two, yeah? No matter how hard the rivalry gets, at the end of the day, they are bonded together by a giant extended family going by the name of football.
Manas Bhattacharya is also there as the coach of the Mohun Messi All-Star 11. Now the match officials, as you've seen, Rohan Das Gupta with the ball, the official, and they're all ready. And for Vivekananda, it's been something wonderful. He is now officiating for Mohun, but won the I-League for. He's the head coach of Diamond Harbour, but had won the I-League for Mohun.
Absolutely. League 1, 2, 3. He's done it all. And for both the clubs on display. And we spoke about the Messi 10 at the back. You've also got the Messi in front of the jerseys as well. So this should be a really enjoyable Legends match. We've got the Conquer there as well. And we've got the World Cup ball from 2026. So that is a bit of a prelude to next year's World Cup as well, where Messi himself said that he will be playing for Argentina as a world champion.
Shilton Paul with Abhishek Das, the two skippers, Abhishek for Diamond Harbour FC, and again Shilton for the Mohun Messi All-Star 11.
And also another fact, I think we saw a couple of players who aren't who are still very much in the trade. Vikramjit Singh, I think he's leading Diamond Harbour Football Club right now, so he'll be a part of this fray as well. And there you go, this man. I think we talked a lot about Messi. We talk about Indian strikers. Dipyendu Biswas redefined it all. This man, Vikramjit Singh, he's also formerly a part of Mohun, make no mistake, but today he's donning the threads of Diamond Harbour Football Club.
They're getting their stretches in. It's been a while since a few of them have taken the field, but isn't it amazing to see them, legends of the past, taking the Salt Lake Stadium field once again.
And believe me, they can light it up like a firework, Liam. I think you were saying, were they rusty? Not really. Believe us, we have seen them stretching. We've seen them stretching on the sidelines of CFL. And they are as active. Give them a match, give them a ball, they'll run like a leopard.
You can see Deepak Mandal, again, one of the all-time great central defenders. We can see Lal Kamal Bhomik. He was steering the United Sports in the Kolkata League as well.
I didn't say they're rusty because I've shared the field with a couple of them a few months ago actually, especially Mehtab and Deepankar. They've still got it, let me tell you.
Liam, a couple of tales. I'm pretty sure the audience will be waiting for them. Give us a couple of inside stories, please.
Oh yes, especially Deepankar Da, we know he likes that flair and that magic, and we'll try to put a few of his skills on display today, I'm sure, and he's definitely going to be sparkling up this Salt Lake Stadium with those moves. So just a few moments before we kick off, Rohit, and how iconic it is to have such a grand occasion. Of course, we do have Leo Messi, who will be in our midst, but to have the legends of Indian football, it's all because of them that the sport has grown to its heights that we see today. That someone that Messi can come to Kolkata and be a part of this kind of an occasion.
Absolutely, I think blazing the trail
for something massive or up. And to be very honest with you, ये जो footballers हैं, I think ये जहाँ से शुरू किए थे, ये सबके जो कहानियां हैं वो कहानियां बहुत ही मशहूर हैं। शिल्टन पॉल मोहन बगान के लिए जब खेले थे, बहुत सारे डार्बीज के पास थे और बहुत अच्छे सेव्स भी किए हैं। एंड असीम विश्वास, another big name in Indian football। और ये कहा जाता था कि when असीम विश्वास had the ball, कहीं से भी वो गोल करने का लायक है। इनफैक्ट वी हैव सीन हिम टेक अ लॉट ऑफ शॉट्स, लॉट ऑफ लॉन्ग रेंजेस फ्रॉम आउटसाइड द बॉक्स, टर्निंग द मैच ऑन इट्स हेड इन अ फ्लैश। यही उसकी खासियत है।
Most definitely. They've done it time and again at the Salt Lake Stadium and throughout different grounds, not only in India but across the world. A few final moments of warm-up, lovely goal cam view there. And then we will be watching these legends in action. Referee's all set as well. And a few moments of magic we will surely see.
और एक झलक मैंने देखा, भारत की पूर्वी कप्तान जो है देवजीत घोष, उनको देखा। सैयद रहम नबी शायद वो भी भारत की कप्तानी किए थे। सुपर तो पॉल नहीं है।
It's a full-blown star-studded show. Who says that you don't see stars during the daytime? Just tune into DD Sports and you get to see all of them. The biggest star though, the Northern Star, is on his way. Will be here even before you blink. So stay hooked to the screens.
Vivekananda talking to the players. Diamond Harbour Messi All-Star with Mohan Bagan Messi All-Star. They're all Messi. And as rightly mentioned by the Bollywood Badshah, Shah Rukh Khan, he said, yes, coming to Kolkata, not for the reason for the nights. This is absolutely going to be Messi.
What an occasion that will be. He will be meeting Leo Messi as well. There's Devjit Ghosh as well. Saw Ashit Bishwas, who is all smiles. And it's great to see that they're getting themselves ready, but also having a bit of playful time, because they love to share the field. It's been days gone by where some of them were teammates, rivals, of course, teammates at the national team as well. But Vivekananda, who is still, of course, managing at the top level, just getting his players together right now, a final team talk before they go through maybe a bit of tactics.
और हम लोग कहानियां के बात कर रहे थे। आई थिंक कीबू विकोना का जो कहानी है, मोहन बगान का साथ आई लीग जीते थे फर्स्ट सीजन में, आए थे, मुझे अभी भी याद है। आई थिंक इट वाज जस्ट बिफोर कोविड। पापा बाबाकार डिवारा ने गोल किया था और उसका साथ मोहन बगान में आई लीग चैंपियन हुआ। देन ही शिफ्टेड टू ISL, बट देन ही हैड टू टेक अ बिट ऑफ अ बैक स्टेप because he went with Diamond Harbour Football Club, but he ensured the fact that he is taking them all the way to the top, and after crossing the hurdles of I-League 3, I-League 2, Diamond Harbour Football Club is all set to play in the I-League in this season.
मोहन बगान की जो मेसी ऑल स्टार 11 बने हैं, उसमें शंग्रा मुखर्जी है, शिल्टन पॉल है, दुलाल बिस्वास, किंगसुक देवनाथ, रहीम नबी खेल रहे हैं, लाल कमल भौमिक, हबीबुर रहमान, असीम विश्वास, दीपेंदु विश्वास, डेंसन देवदास, वासुदेव मंडल, दीपक मंडल, गौतम घोष और अमित दास हैं।
An absolute star-studded lineup for the Mohan Bagan Messi All-Stars. Lovely to see the blend of the colours, of course, of both the sides. There's Said Nabi as well. Spent a few days with him in the last few weeks. He is definitely ready to go. And we are almost set for kickoff between the Mohan Bagan Messi All-Stars and the Diamond Harbour Messi All-Stars.
You talked about Denson Devdas being in the lineup. Last year, Bengal went on to lift the Santosh Trophy, but before that, there was a massive drought. And before that, the man who actually got Bengal the Santosh Trophy was Denson Devdas. He scored a brace which included a screamer of a strike from distance. And that's how Bengal went on to clinch the trophy. I still remember it because I was a kid back then, and watching them score, that was such a delight.
यही पर्टिकुलर स्टेडियम मैं कमेंट्री कर रहा था.
As you have been a part of so many iconic matches over the years, and speaking for Rohit and I, a pleasure to be with you in the comm box. And speaking of which, here we go. It's all set for kickoff here at Salt Lake Stadium. The Mohun Bagan Messi All-Stars take on the Diamond Harbour Messi All-Stars in what should be an enjoyable matchup this afternoon.
ये भी एक बड़े कहानी बन सकते हैं, क्योंकि जो भी फुटबॉलर्स अभी हमारे सामने हैं एक्शन पे, सारे बहुत ही मशहूर फुटबॉलर्स हैं. And they are intertwined with the history of Indian football. We talk about Indian football now needing a northern star more than ever. I think these players, if they come together, it can be a massive force, culminating into another pinnacle climb for the Indian team.
और इसमें भारत की जो आंतर्जातिक टूर्नामेंट में जो सफलता है, उसमें ईस्ट बंगाल की 2003 की एशियन कप बिल्कुल याद रहेगा. Devjit Ghosh was part of it.
I still remember, I think that East Bengal team was almost unstoppable. कौन नहीं था वो टीम पे? We remember Sule Musa, Mike Okoro, Douglas was there. Baichung Bhutia, let's not forget the Scorpion.
Alvito Dicura, a wonderful left foot player.
Bit of an attack there from the Diamond Harbour Messi All-Stars. Couldn't get a shot away. But now that's a nice bit of a touch. Of course, the pace will increase as the game goes along, as the players find their footing, taking the field after a while. Some of them still playing here and there as well. But hopefully we'll see a few goals in this Legends matchup.
You talked about Alvito Dicuna. I remember when Maradona came in, Alvito took a stunning left footer that rattled the woodwork. Devjit Ghosh, he was a teammate of Alvito. Devjit also knows, we used to call him the midfield general back in the days, but he has this versatility about him. He can drop deep if needed, and if needed, he can become one of the attackers as well.
Well, for India, I mean, he's played a number of matches in the role of a central defender as well.
Almost definitely tried to pull a few strings as well. Here's Denson using that left foot of his as well, as Mohun Bagan side try to move forward. Machine plays it short. We move towards the right hand side. Might see a few friendly tackles here and there as well.
How friendly will it be? I'm not really sure about it, Liam, because again, I absolutely understand the camaraderie between these players, but when they are in a football match, I think they play it for living every single emotion of it.
Absolutely, Rohit, and I'd just like to allude with that. I played with Rahim Nabi just a few months ago. We had a tournament, and he said the same thing. He said that when it's that 15, 20, 30 minutes, whatever it is, 90 minutes on the pitch, we have to give our absolute lives. And even if they have retired, they will still give it their absolute all and try to win a bit of bragging rights on this special occasion.
Liam, you just talked about the minutes. So जो भी अभी देख रहे हैं सबको बता दें कि ये मैच 20 minutes a half है. So दो half है, 20 minutes, 20 minutes half. बीच में एक 5 minutes का break है. And this match will basically be the prelude to Lionel Messi arriving to the stadium. एक शानदार क्रॉस था, लेकिन तैयार थे वहाँ पे शिल्टन पॉल. आगे आते हुए बॉल को अपने ग्लव्स में ले लिए और एक अटैक मोहन बगान ने अच्छे तरीके से मैनेज किया.
Yeah, you speak about seeing a few goals. You might see a few saves as well from the great man between the sticks. Vivekananda just holding on to the ball a bit, still playing really well for Diamond Harbour. Was really important in that I-League 2 campaign of theirs, and I-League 3 campaign as well, as they have moved up the ranks. in just a few years of their inception. And that is how many of the clubs in Indian football are progressing. So that's great to see a lot of new names as well. Oh, that's an awkward pass. There's a chance for Rafiq. Squares it. This could be the first goal of the game. But there is a goal line block, or rather a block before it went towards the goal line. Almost the first goal.
ये सारे डिफेंस अचानक ओपन हो गए थे और रफीक थोड़ा सा डिले कर ले वो पास करने में, लेकिन यहाँ पे मोहन बगान की जो बैक फोर है उनको थोड़ा और चौकन रहना पड़ेगा.
He definitely has an eye for goal. Who could forget that first ever ISL final and all the glory that was brought to Kolkata all those years ago.
Yes, again, remember the game, commentating on that. The final minutes at the D.Y. Patil Stadium, and that header from Rafiq. And he is such a utility player, still proving his mettle. He still gives 200% on the pitch.
And just to give you all a heads up, Rafi is still very much an integral part of United Sports. He was a regular starter for United Sports in the recently concluded CFL and was quite a fulcrum out in the centre. So Rafi, he's not just a player anymore, he's an emotion now. And Kibu Vikuna, I think he's turned into quite a mastermind who's now synonymous with winning trophies.
There's another chance, shot is taken, just wide this time. And the crowd is slowly coming alive. They want to see that first goal. But again, this time slightly dragged wide across the face of goal. Shilton Paul almost coming out of that 18-yard area to try and stop it. Just close down the angle, he would say, like all good goalkeepers do.
दीपक मंडल और किंगशुक देवनाथ के बीच में थोड़ा सा दरिया की दरार है.
Rare spectacle actually. You will not see Kingshuk Devnath and Deepak Mondol, two solid defenders, coming apart so easily, but I think it was just a bit of miscommunication. Now Mohun Bagan, they will try and launch an attack of their own. Couple of decent attacks so far, but haven't really found its footing out there. Lovely switch to the left. A chance for Mohun Bagan to penetrate.
Cross comes in, couple of players there, but beautifully done there. Chested down so nicely. Abramondal there between the sticks.
काफी स्पिन थी उसमें, थोड़ा वर्टिकल स्पिन, लेकिन एकदम पोजिशनल सेंस देखिए और चेस्ट ट्रैप किया उन्होंने. और अभ्रमंडल तैयार थे, तो यहाँ वो चूके नहीं. बिल्कुल अच्छी कलेक्शन. अभी तक कोई भी गोल नहीं है लेजेंडरी मैच में, लेकिन होने वाला है लगता है. तो
yeah, a few of the officials watching on as well, enjoying all the action. Might see a few long rangers after a few moments time.
You had a glimpse of the Mohun Bagan officials, the Honorable Secretaries Sanjay Bose and the President Debashish Datta. And so as the bench in the Diamond Harbour, we can see all those officials as well, beside Kibu Vikuna.
This game, I think it's just starting to warm up a bit. We can see a few more forward passes. And you can see the sports minister as well, pretty much involved and invested in the conversations.
Nice challenge there to win back possession. I think might have hurt himself, but maybe a counter-attacking opportunity here for Mohun Bagan. Let's take another look at that challenge. Just getting a nutmeg as well as a tackle there, Kingshuk. We said that we might see a bit of flair. That is a new one. Tackle turning into a nutmeg. Shubhoshi Gangari, who had a word with the audience as well on the PA, said how grand of an occasion this is today.
We all look forward. I still remember when I was a kid, movies would be absolute blockbusters, and in fact they still are. No questions about that. Shilton Paul under a bit of pressure, lets the ball go. Wanted to go flatter, long ranger, but nicely blocked away just in the nick of time. Another fine cross, but this time slightly haywire. and it goes out to the field of play. A goal kick for Mohun Bagan.
मोहन बगान की लेफ्ट बैक की पोजीशन में खेल रहे हैं रहीम नबी। शायद उन्होंने गोलकीपर छोड़ के काफी पोजीशंस खेले हुए हैं और जो नेशनल टीम है भारत की होकर भी वो लेफ्ट विंग बैक की पोजीशन में काफी अच्छे खेले, लेफ्ट हाफ भी खेले थे, कभी कभी अटैकिंग भी किए थे। सो वर्सेटाइल प्लेयर।
Most definitely, he can do it all, like a few of the players in this particular matchup. And I think we have a bit of a break here, and with the murmurs in the stadium, I think we know why. It might be time. So 10 minutes played in that first half, and we have a bit of a breather right now. So no goals in that first half so far, but a few nice moments.
There were chances created by both the sides. Of course, Diamond Harbour Football Club ने बहुत करीब आ गए थे, पर गोल में convert नहीं कर पाए. But then I think both the teams, they've looked pretty solid. And yes, we have got celebrities, stars, everyone amongst us.
अगर चांस की बात करें तो डायमंड हार्बर मेसी ऑल स्टार 11 2 गोल से आप होना चाहिए, क्योंकि रफी कितने अच्छे पोजीशन में पहुंच गए थे, एकदम बिल्कुल बॉक्स के अंदर में, और वहां पे एक अच्छी टैकल हुई। और अभी तक यहाँ पे जो हमारी विवेकानंद युवा भारती क्रीड़ांगन सोल्ट लेक जिसे कहते हैं, उस पर कोई भी गोल नहीं, लेजेंडरी मैच। लेकिन इन्होंने इनकी सारी फुटबॉल जो जिंदगी है इसमें इतने सारे गोल किए हैं कि काउंटलेस है। और देखिए जो कोच की पोजीशन में बैठे हुए हैं मोहन बगान की मानस भट्टाचार्य, इनकी सब किस्म की फुटबॉल मिला के 200 के अधिक गोल, और दीपेंद्र विश्वास 200 से थोड़ा कम 198।
Since we talked about their numbers on the field, I think off the field as well they are doing an incredible job, because I remember Dipendra Biswas was a part of the Mohammedan Sporting Club when they went on to win the I-League. And not just that, given the fact that he had this knack, this proclivity of bringing youngsters into the foray. Like, we talk a lot about developing Indian football, not just Dipendra Biswas, another player, Lal Kamal Bhomik, who is a part of this game as well. Both of them are doing incredible job in promoting the youth of Indian football.
देखिए मेसी की जो भारत की दौरा है, इसमें काफी जो इंडिया को कहा जाता है कि क्रिकेट कंट्री, अब जो लियो मेसी आए हैं और इसको आने से जो उमंग है, जो तरंग है, जो ऊर्जा हुआ है ना, इसमें हो सकता है शायद कुछ टैलेंट्स और भी उभर के आएंगे।
Most definitely, when you see the footballing stature that India possesses, the fact that someone like Leo Messi can come here, the fact that in the past Pele, Maradona have all graced the iconic turf here in Kolkata, it gives you that glimmer of hope, of course. And the youngsters who do wear Messi on their back, one day will be hoping to grace the Salt Lake Stadium themselves and play a bit of football, maybe for one of these two clubs as well. So that is always something that you have to take going forward.
I think, Liam, this is a dream for everyone in the city who loves football. Taking a step in the Mecca of Indian football. Yuba Bharati Krirangan, it has been the epicenter to so many great games, to so much history. Everyone who's come on to India, every footballing star has set foot out here. And that just tells you the weight of the stadium, the venue.
And to talk about the fairy tale stories, we have seen that the young players, the aspiring players, the budding players have seen their idols in front. Sachin Tendulkar was a ball boy from where he started and became the world's greatest. So these are the stories which, of course, can always inspire. And with Leo Messi coming, it's been just wonderful.
I think that is what inspires us, isn't it? I think, Liam, given the fact that you still play the game professionally, I think you'll be able to say this even better. These small stories, it makes us believe in the darkest of nights, where you don't have sleep thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow. These small tales make you believe that yes, kuch bhi namumkin nahi hai.
Most definitely, and I think the people who are on this pitch right now, so many of them, Mehtab, Nabi, Alvito, you had mentioned before, Denson as well. I have been privileged enough to play a bit of football with them, and them giving their inputs and helping us when we were youngsters remember playing with them when I was around 16, 17, just finishing or in my last year of school. And they were so helpful, and we'll always carry those things going forward.
और यहाँ पे थोड़ा अटैक डायमंड हार्बर को थोड़ा ज्यादा एग्रेसिव लग रहा है. हम थोड़ा सा बात करेंगे अब इस अवसर में. लियम फुटबॉलर भी हैं और शायद वो अर्जेंटीना गए थे. He went to the famed club Boca Juniors, from where so many of the great stars have been. How different is the Argentine football from the ones we witness or see here?
Oh, that was a fantastic experience. I went there when I was 17 as part of a camp to Club Atletico Boca Juniors. Of course, Argentina, the home of Maradona and Messi. It was an absolute dream come true. And the football there, main thing is that they start off when they're 2-3 years old. I think the grassroots and the development is something that is really stressed upon. And in fact, this could be a chance. Looking for a nutmeg there. And a quick story, went to Boca Juniors La Bombonera, where a fantastic atmosphere, and saw a game between Boca Juniors and Lionel Messi, which is Leo Messi's initial club when he was a youngster. So now to be calling this game, it actually is a stuff of dreams. Now the ball into the area, that should be an easy claim for the keeper.
Shilton call. We know that his dad named him after Peter Shilton. In an interview, he revealed that. But I think we'll have a bit of a break. Yes, we'll have a bit of a break. In fact, the game's over. So that has ended on a goalless draw. I think a befitting result for the Legends.
The G.O.A.T Cup would be given after the penalty shootout, and they're all waiting for that G.O.A.T, the greatest of all time. Leo Messi is around, and he would just emerge, and that's what the wait is all about. And here could be the moment. They're all lined up, because the message has reached us that the greatest footballer of all time, one of the greatest, of course, is here for the second time after 14 long years. Well, this time he is not playing, but of course he would leave a indelible mark into the footprints of the Indian football.
Most definitely. We all remember back in 2011 how it was when he came, played for the national team, as you mentioned earlier on. You know, part of that spectacle as well. You know, you were there too. I was here as a fan, of course. But to have him as a world champion after he's done it all, but still playing, which has a bit of a blend of it as well. What a grand occasion, and you can feel the excitement. I'm excited. I'm sure you two are as well.
Oh, absolutely, Liam. Yuba Bharati Krirangan is roaring. Kolkata is roaring for the peddler of dreams, Lionel Messi, is almost around the corner. A few more moments and he'll grace the city of joy with his iconic, talismanic, magical, heavenly presence altogether.
And Liam was just mentioning about the Newell's old boys. At the age of 7, he scored more than 500 goals for that club and then made that move to the football club of Barcelona. और अब हमें सब हम तैयारी कर रहे हैं कि उनको एक अद्भुत सा स्वागत करें हम. और ये सारे स्टेडियम जो खचाखच भरा हुआ है अभी, ये किशोर भारती और युवा भारती क्रीड़ांगन जो सॉल्ट लेक में है, और सब उन्हीं की अपेक्षा में है.
And the chants are getting louder and louder. You can hear Messi and Messi, and we've been hearing that for the last few days here in Kolkata, and we'll hear it throughout a few of the cities in India as well. All the number 10 shirts are out. A few of the fans we saw have also got tattoos of the great man. And there you go.
We are all set. From the calm streets of Rosario to the cacophony of Kolkata, Lionel Andreas Messi is all set to set foot in the city of joy for the second time. These fans cannot wait.
Second time into this iconic stadium. The Salt Lake Stadium, and his car is being driven, and he is staying just beside this lovely stadium. And that is a slow walk into the the stadium, the cauldron would erupt in joy, in ecstasy. And here again, this man, and this is the moment. ये सारी जो क्षण हमारे हम अपेक्षा में थे, अब यही क्षण आ गए हैं जो दुनिया के सबसे मशहूर, सबसे बेहतरीन जो खिलाड़ी वो यहाँ पहुंच चुके हैं.
The greatest of all time India tour has officially kicked off because the GOAT is in town. He is in the building. Lionel Messi will be gracing the turf of the Salt Lake Stadium for the second time of asking in the next few moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep the decibel limits off the charts. It's gonna go through the stratosphere. The man who arrives first, Rodrigo De Paul. And we can see the visuals. Luis Suarez, El Pistolero is up next. Tears of joy, feelings deluging Tilotoma once again.
Absolutely incredible scenes. The great man Leo Messi has arrived. That famous logo of his as well on his chest. All smiles. He's basking in all the glory at the Salt Lake Stadium. What a moment.
लियो मेसी उनके डायना पे हैं जो रोड्रिगो डी पॉल. उन्होंने गए हैं अभी इंटर मियामी में खेलने के लिए और लियो मेसी के बहुत ही करीब के दोस्त हैं लुइस सुआरेज. उन्होंने मेंशन किए एल पिस्टोलेरो, उनको कहा जाते हैं द गन मैन. एंड व्हाट नंबर ऑफ गोल्स ही स्कोर्ड, व्हाट इनक्रेडिबल गोल्स. Leave besides his on-field antics and maybe a little bit of off-field activities, but they are all greats. But the greatest is also here. सारे स्टेडियम, सारी निगाहें हमारे अब हैं लियो मेसी को.
Yes, a couple of World Cup champions there, Rodrigo De Paul and Leo Messi is already waving to the crowd. 5-time La Liga champion Luis Suarez, Copa America champion as well, but three of them most recently MLS Cup champions coming all the way from Inter Miami. What a grand occasion this is, and they have been in sold out stadiums. They have played World Cup finals, Copa America finals, Champions League finals, but still I'm sure they will be feeling the electricity here at the Salt Lake Stadium.
Liam, I'm very sure if you were sitting in the International Space Station today, this row will possibly reach that. Believe me, Kolkata has had the record before. We talked about derbies, but this is something different. Something from a different dimension where gods and monsters trade alike.
The great Uruguayan won 43 international games for his country. He scored 69 goals. And Rodrigo Javier De Paul for Argentina. He scored just 2 goals because he's a defensive midfielder and played 83 games. And he's being introduced, all the players being introduced to the Indian legends. And again, this is a wonderful moment, a fan moment, a fanboy moment.
They're legends in their own right of Indian football, but when you come up against the GOAT and you see him in the flesh, you get a few autographs in as well. This is fantastic to see from the great man. A few autographs on the jerseys which will be cherished forever and ever. Nice to see Rodrigo De Paul just enjoying the sun, soaking in the sun here in Kolkata.
Loves it. He absolutely loves it, and I think this is what it changes all. Just see the celebrations in the stands. It is a festival. Yes, Christmas is around the corner, but we now have a pre-Christmas festival, and that is called the GOAT Tour. Lionel Messi arriving in the city of joy.
And just to see the close-ups of the fans, many of them in tears, such an emotional moment. So attached are the Indian faithful, the Kolkata faithful to the great man and to the game of football itself. You saw a quick celebration there. Somebody just got an autograph of Messi and goes on celebrating like they scored a goal.
लियो मेसी के संग में रोड्रिगो डी पॉल और लुइस सुआरेज भी है, और ये पश्चिम बंगाल की जो क्रीड़ा मंत्री जो है आरोप विश्वास, वो भी घूम रहे हैं और इन सारे खिलाड़ियों से भी वो परिचित हो रहे हैं. हैंडशेक कस्टमरी. ये जो क्षण जो है ये एक खिलाड़ी के लाइफ में, किसी के भी लाइफ में बहुत ज्यादा आता नहीं.
In fact, a lot of players don't even get it. It's a once in a lifetime moment. It's like a dream that you see in the wildest of your dreams. It has come true today. And that's why Lionel just said, getting an autograph and celebrating it, believe me, that's more to him than possibly winning a World Cup.
We spoke about it yesterday as well. Just being in the same periphery as the great man, as these three great players, it is overwhelming for us as well.
Now the next event would be Rodrigo, Javier, De Paul and Luis Suarez with Leo Messi. They would play a tiki-taka with the school boys, and that would also be absolute a shot in the arm for the young kids.
Oh, what a grand spectacle that will be. And Messi and Suarez, part of the famous Barcelona side, winning 4 La Ligas together, winning the Champions League as well, part of the famous MSN. And now, some of the youngsters will get to grace the field with these special superstars.
A moment of a lifetime. A moment that comes with so many emotions, I think, which you will not find in the English lexicon. You have to feel it. Feel it with your heart, with your soul, with your own physical presence.
और देखिए इनकी जो प्रभाव है ये विश्वमय है. आप दुनिया के कोई भी देश में जाइए, वहाँ पे जो अहम खिलाड़ी होते हैं, जो बहुत स्किलफुल होते हैं, उनको मेसी कह जाते हैं. सोचिए जैसे जापान में बोलते हैं टाकेफुसा कुबो, इसको जापानीज मेसी. और चाइना में काफी खिलाड़ियों को बोलते हैं, लेकिन वो नहीं, he's got great skill. The Turkish Messi is of course Arda Güler, the wonder boy right now with the Real Madrid. German Messi is of course the 17-year-old Lennart Kerl, and he is doing wonders with the Bayern Munich. And if you talk about African Messi, you can name a couple of them. Mo Salah for the Egypt, and again J.J. Okocha for Nigeria.
And that's where we say dreams are crafted and drafted, because whoever gets a football at their feet, and they get onto the pitch, they want to be like the great man.
Rohit, who's the Indian Messi?
I think there's one name that comes undoubtedly to us, Sunil Chhetri, the man who's transcended every single boundaries that an Indian footballer can dream of.
Definitely, and trying to match the great man as well when it comes to international goals. Up with the greats there, with the Ronaldos and the Messis, and love to see a smile on the face. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, of course, but he's enjoying every bit of this occasion here at the Salt Lake.
Talking about a bit of a skill, we could also bring in Bachchan Bhutia with I Am Vijayan. And that was a wonderful combination for the national side as well. And here the crowd enjoying every moment of it, because the greatest is here. The dream is here. Leo Messi in Kolkata again after 14 long years.
Every time the crowds just get louder and louder. Jerseys signed, shirts signed, boots, footballs, you better keep them safe, because these are things to cherish. We saw the amount of white and blue when we entered the stadium. At 6 o'clock in the morning, there were fans lining up, all for this great man. There we see the Argentina flag as well, lots of the Indian flags as well. And this is such a grand occasion.
6 a.m. today, Liam, it's too late. The crowd started yesterday night. I think when we left, the lines outside the stadium, they were massive. So that just tells you the praise, the fan, the love, the unbridled emotions that these fans, they bring in for Lionel Messi. And of course, let's not forget the two other superstars, Luis Suarez and Rodrigo De Paul.
कल रात को कोलकाता हवाई अड्डा में काफी जो मेसी फैंस है वो पहुंच चुके थे और वेट कर रहे थे, और जब उनकी कैवलकेड जो वहां से निकली तो सारे वो चैंट कर रहे थे, मेसी मेसी वी लव यू एंड द वर्ल्ड एवर। वो जहां भी जाते हैं सभी एक ही आवाज उनके वही गूंजते हैं सब, लियो मेसी वी लव यू।
Most definitely, I think it is unparalleled fans that we've seen here in India and across the world. They've got tattoos, they've got cafes in his name, they've got taxis decorated in his name, they've got absolutely everything. It doesn't end anywhere, does it?
For the ones wondering in the commentary box as well, we have got a Messi staff along with us. That's the fandom, guys. That's the fandom.
Would you call Leo Messi the gift of God to the mankind?
Absolutely, that's the most apt way to put it, because it is a gift from God. The way he moves with that football, the way he glides through, and the presence that he possesses. You can feel it in our voices, you can hear it at the Salt Lake Stadium. He is the GOAT, and that is why it's a fitting start to the GOAT tour that it happens here in the Mecca of Indian football.
Absolutely, and I think it might not be showing on his face, but I think in the winter sun of Kolkata, what's going on inside his heart is a whirlwind of emotions, possibly trying to gauge. He knows what Kolkata football fans can be like, and now he's soaking it for a second time, just trying to gauge the emotions, the raw, crude feelings that come with him.
Yeah, to have an absolute packed out house for the great man who's not even playing, he's just come and he might just play a little bit of tiki-taka here and there, just goes to show the fandom and the love that everybody has for him.
Again, the crowd would love to see that ball being juggled with his magical left foot. It's a keepsake photograph, and Kolkata has always been, it's called the Mecca of the Indian football, और काफी सारे खिलाड़ी आ चुके हैं। लेव यासिन दुनिया की सबसे अहम गोलकीपर में एक है, वो आ चुके थे 1955 साल में, वो यहाँ पे खेले थे, और वहाँ पे कोलकाता और यूएसएसआर की एक मैच हुई थी, फ्रेंडली मैच, तो वहीं से शुरू हुआ। किंग और एम्परर पेले वो 2 बार आ चुके थे, खेले थे एक बार न्यूयॉर्क कॉस्मोस के मोहन बगान क्लब के खिलाफ ईडन गार्डन्स में, और उसके बाद में भी वो आए थे 2 बार, और दोबारा आए थे डिएगो अर्मांडो मैराडोना, कभी खेले नहीं लेकिन वो भी छाए हुए थे यहाँ।
Yes, and we can go on and on about the folklore of Kolkata football. Of course, Ronaldinho coming as well a few years ago. Emi Martinez, who helped Messi win the World Cup, he came as well. And a bit of a lap of honor here for the GOAT as he moves around the Salt Lake Stadium, and the fans can get a closer look of him.
Hear it in their shouts. You can hear it in their cheers. Even being in the same vicinity as Lionel Messi is like touching God in the flesh. In your dreams maybe, in your emotions maybe, in your thoughts maybe. But at the end of the day, this moment will not come over and over again. You got to frame it in every possible way you can.
और यहाँ पे अभी जो स्टेडियम के माहौल है वो सारे बदल चुके हैं, क्योंकि और पीछे जो आप दिख रहे हैं, लुइस सुआरेज, again one of the greatest of the game. Of course, so many of the wonderful games he's played. This Luis Suarez for Ajax Amsterdam, for Liverpool, for Football Club Barcelona, went to Atletico Madrid, and now has followed his great friend to Inter Miami.
He's thrown on the term greatest of all time and greatest so many times. Of course, Leo Messi in a class of his own, but Suarez, one of the all-time greats when it comes to strikers of this generation and generations past as well. Winning 4 La Ligas at Barcelona, being pivotal for Liverpool, although they couldn't manage to get that Premier League, and then going to La Liga, or rather going to Atletico Madrid and winning the La Liga there as well, Rohit, which is probably even more special.
It's a very famous statement about Luis Suarez that he's trying to develop. It's said that he's an individual who's lived his life on the thinnest of edge between genius and madness. And he's someone who's born with the truth that not always brilliance comes impeccably to you. It comes with a scar.
Now, in essence, Messi is special for being a generational talent who blends the role of a scorer, creator and dribbler, and consistently performing at the highest level for over a decade. It's been wonderful. And that's the World Cup. Will it again lift it in 2026?
You never know. When the great man is around, anything is possible. 2022 was absolutely magical. 7 goals, 3 assists. And we all remember that final where he eventually shook hands with paradise.
Liam, are you silently suggesting that in 6 months we are going to see a replication of the same?
Well, why not? When he is there and when he's playing with that flair of being a world champion, I think it is definitely possible. They've won the Copa America as well, back to back. So it is surely possible. Rodrigo de Paul as well, let's speak about him a little bit. He also has been a fantastic footballer, World Cup winner in his own right, and is so dear to Leo Messi that he left Atletico Madrid and went to Inter Miami and won a trophy with him there as well.
And I think it just tells you we don't celebrate him enough. But in that World Cup squad, people often praise how Rodrigo de Paul kind of became a fulcrum in the Argentine midfield. He was the one who was responsible for the distribution of passes, and also, if needed, he played the screen ahead of that defense. He was brilliant.
और लियो मेसी जो एक है वो कभी सारी जो लाइमलाइट है, जो फोकस है, अपने ऊपर रखना नहीं चाहता है. He's always a great team man, and he always says that every victory is a team's victory. And he had such wonderful players beside him. That great, at one point of time had Kun Aguero, had of course Uncle Timario. What great players.
And that is where it all changed in the 2022 World Cup. They said, let's do it for Leo. And they just carried a different kind of team spirit. And as you said, football is a team sport. And no matter how great you are individually, he always said that he would trade everything for that one World Cup. And he eventually got it.
ये आप क्रिकेट विश्व कप की बात कर रहे हैं, जैसे सचिन के लिए बोलो थे one time for Sachin, let's win it, and India won it at one point.
Exactly. It felt more or less the same when that happened in 2011, and then when Messi lifted it in 2022, it was like everything aligned, and we thought that he might be done there when it comes to Argentina, but that fantastic piece of news where he said that I will play for Argentina as a World Cup champion, and then we'll see him again next year.
But I think we are all talking about his World Cup triumph. It all started from 2006. I remember Argentina getting knocked out by Germany in tiebreaker. David Oronco scored a late equalizer. And from there in 2010, I think they were beaten by Germany once again, if I'm not too mistaken. And then in 2014, once again, it was Germany. In the final, Mario Götze rattled them in 6 minutes to go. But then, as they say, redemption will come to you only if you believe in yourself.
And I went to Argentina in 2014, just a couple of months after that World Cup final loss. You asked about the atmosphere there. They love their football as much as we do. They were absolutely distraught, but they did say that it will come home soon. And they believed in Leo Messi, and he made sure that it took place. Fantastic scenes here at the Salt Lake Stadium. All the phones are out.
And some unknown or lesser known facts about Leo Messi. He is one who's got a massive tattoo collection throughout his body, and it's dedicated to his family, including it's got his wife's eye, the sons' names, the handprints of their sons, and also at the back he's got a tribute to the mother. And just let me tell you one very interesting anecdote. The first ever Barcelona signing was on a napkin, and that in 2024 has been sold in the auction at $1 million.
And what an incredible story. It just shows you that from a small piece of not even paper, of a paper napkin, things can start and it can reach to such heights where there is basically no ceiling, where you touch the sky and the moon and even further than that.
Only if you know to believe, and Messi believed. Messi believed no matter what comes his way, he'll be there. And you know why, Liam? Because he loved the sport. He loved the sport, he loved the ball with all his heart. And that is what drove him to the very brink of greatness. And that is why no matter what came his way, he said he's going to stand tall, he's going to take it all in, he'll take the defeat, and then he will fight his way back.
और मेसी की जो नामांकन जो है, उनकी मदर की सबसे फेवरेट सिंगर थे लियोनेल रिशी, और उन्हीं के नाम से वो अपने बेटे को, पुत्र का नाम दिया था. और ये शायद आप कई लोग जानते हैं, कई आदमी भूल गए कि मेसी अर्जेंटीना को जो डेब्यू हुआ था, वो बेंच से आके 2 ही मिनट में रेड कार्ड उनको दिखाया गया और वो उनको बाहर जाना पड़ा. और this was in 2005 against Hungary.
And we speak so much about him being God's gift to football, but as we've mentioned throughout this discussion, it hasn't come easy. There is a lot of hard work that is put to it, of course, a lot of passion. As you said, it doesn't come without the love of the game, and that is why it's so important that I think it's fitting that he has his best friends alongside him, because being a team sport, no matter what individual things you achieve, you've got your best friends alongside you, you've got your teammates alongside you watching your back. That's what it's all about. It's about the memories that you make along with the trophies that you win.
Someone very nicely put it. No matter how high you reach, unless you share it with your best of friends, the joy will remain kind of splintered to you. So guess what? Messi knows it all. And that's why, not just all of it, I think Messi is also an embodiment of humility. The humility that he carries with himself, it's very rare. But make no mistake, he's already touched the skies and above.
Yes, that same boyish grin, it still remains. And he is such loved character. Just remember, when he won that the Instagram, the history, he's created history after that picture, that photo of his lifting the 2022 FIFA World Cup. 74 million hits till date. Near to goodness, wow.
It looks like he's making his way outside now as the murmurs in the Salt Lake Stadium, as everybody will just soak it in for a few moments. I think just the fact that they have seen the great man, the icon, Leo Messi, we're all still just soaking it in here in the commentary box. But what a moment to finally witness. And of course, Rodrigo de Paul and Luis Suarez as well. To see them in the flesh is something surreal.
कहीं मत जाइए, क्योंकि अभी और काफी सारे इवेंट्स बाकी हैं और पिक्चर अभी बाकी है. आपको ये GO.A.T इंडिया टूर 2025 इसकी लाइव टेलीकास्ट आ रही है डीडी स्पोर्ट्स पे, और इसकी OTT प्लेटफॉर्म में भी ये उपलब्ध है. और हम अभी भी काफी मेसी मोमेंट्स क्रिएट करेंगे.
Ek Chelsea guy, Belkida kanatın in Dubai, Rosario ekoli teke kota bişer acımak kapar. East to west, east to west, İtihaşı patatini protest. Being around seems so much expensive. All the way, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Ticking Italy, box with my fire living speed. Double, triple still. Every night horror out of the film. Barca, Miami, Paris, yeah. Look at the actor, calendar এদিকে ওদিকে কাটিয়ে কোন দ্বিতীয় বিশ্বে তত্ত্বতুল ইস্ট or west Messi the best ইতিহাসে পাতা তিনি প্রদেশ চারিদিকে সে তারপরে it's Messi on the way Messi Messi Messi Messi Messi Messi Messi Messi
Messi, Messi, Messi. The little boy from Rosario. Messi has conquered his spot. Liberty, the magic towards Messi! Barcelona's golden man has scored a golden goal. Brilliant! The most talented footballer of his generation.
In the jackpot. Lionel Messi!
Oh my goodness!
Lionel Messi does it again. He's superhuman.
Suspect that Saudi Arabia are facing an uphill battle now.
Messi.
Saudi Arabia are becoming difficult to contain. Di Maria. Lionel Messi. Messi's here!
Again, this is the G.O.A.T India Tour 2025, the first leg happening in Kolkata. It started with the musical performance from Anik Thar, and then the West meeting the East, the cultural lovely fusion. और यहाँ पे जो दर्शक आए थे, खचाखच भरा हुआ स्टेडियम, और सभी का इंतजार था दुनिया के सबसे दिग्गज, सबसे अहम, सबसे बेहतरीन खिलाड़ी को एक बार सामने से देखने के लिए। ये दूसरी बार जो आए हैं, और उसके बाद में लेजेंड का एक मैच था जहां पे मोहम्मद मेसी ऑल स्टार, डायमंड हार्बर मेसी ऑल स्टार से मिले, और वो गेम अंत में 0-0 खत्म हुआ, यानी कि ड्रॉ हुआ। लेकिन डायमंड हार्बर का थोड़ा सा एज था, उन्होंने थोड़ा सा अटैक किया।
And that is when Leo Messi arrived. After the game, Leo Messi, Rodrigo De Paul, and Luis Suarez, El Pistolero is what we call him. And from there on, it was a parade of glory. It was a cavalcade of cacophony. It was emotions at its very peak. The smiles, the emotions, the passions told you all. The two flags adjacent to each other, Argentina and India.
Incredible scenes here at Salt Lake Stadium. The fans soaking it all in. Suarez also there, Messi, all smiles, really enjoyed the atmosphere, as we all did. Part of the Messi G.O.A.T India Tour 2025. A fantastic initiative, and it's all starting off here at the Vivekananda Yuba Krirangan, Salt Lake Stadium.
ये जो लियो मेसी के 3 दिन के भारत के दौरा है, जो यहाँ पे कल बीच रात में पहुंचे थे, और उसके बाद में अभी ये कोलकाता इवेंट के बाद अभी वो जाएंगे तेलंगाना, यानी कि हैदराबाद में अभी उनकी दूसरी इवेंट है, जहाँ पे तेलंगाना की माननीय मुख्यमंत्री रेवंत रेड्डी फुटबॉल खेलेंगे। और इसके बाद में कल मेसी जा रहे हैं मुंबई, जहाँ पे काफी कुछ प्रोग्राम्स है, कुछ स्कीम्स है महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट के, वहाँ पे माननीय जो मुख्यमंत्री देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी से मिलेंगे, और दौरा खत्म होगा, अंत होगा दिल्ली में, और यहाँ पे एकदम अंत में वो मिलेंगे हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी से, और वहाँ पे कुछ प्रोग्राम भी होंगे, और शायद युवा डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम होंगे विकसित भारत के, और वहाँ पे मोदी जी से और लियो मेसी की जो मीटिंग है वो बिल्कुल कुछ उससे अहम प्लान भी बन जाएंगे।
Yes, what a spectacle to host the World Cup champion, the greatest of all time, Leo Messi, in India, in Kolkata, where it has all started off. And fantastic scenes at the Salt Lake Stadium. All the fans really passionate. All the Barcelona jerseys, the Argentina jerseys, the Inter Miami pink ones as well. We've seen it all. A few Messi fan clubs that we spoke to yesterday, very excited as well.